Listen up! There's been a lot of sports writers and sports tenders flapping their yaps about us getting soft. Detective. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. This fat son of a bitch, he tells all of us he's been world champion before, and he's been this 15, 20 years. This fat son of a bitch is gonna crawl us all out.
And we're back. Welcome everyone to the Jobber's Corner, the uncensored pro wrestling podcast that probably won't go anywhere, won't be heard by a ton of people, but we'll guarantee you it'll offend you this episode. As usual, I'm your host, Al Hafe, here with my trusty co-host, the carnie of all carnies, the magnificently mustached jobber, Sheik Al Random. Sheik, what's going on?
Not much, man. Big week. It's like the calm before the storm.
It's a huge storm. Huge fucking storm.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like, we've been talking about this week for like 2 months now.
Yeah.
Now we sit and wait.
Sick. As always, guys, if you're listening out there, please subscribe to our iTunes podcast, to our SoundCloud. SoundCloud is really important because it's easy to download. It's quick. Join us on Facebook, where you get to meet like fucking 5,000 Indian guys that love Roman Reigns for some reason. And all that other shit. Twitter's cool too. We're always on Twitter.
Always, yeah.
Constantly posting funny stuff. If you do want to be on a show, let us know too. I kind of want to have somebody on here. I want to hear their perspective too. See what they say.
Yeah, let's get people on who don't watch wrestling. Those are my favorite people.
Yeah, I want to do that. So if you have like an uncle or a grandma that wants to be on this show, hit us up. Let me know. DM us. You know. As always, I'm gonna be smoking a nice little blunt here. Now I've started to drink beer while I'm recording too.
Man, I've been drinking way too much beer.
I'm trying to get as fucked up as possible on these podcasts. I don't know why. At first, that's the thing too. I noticed. I sometimes I listen back to the podcast and my voice is crystal clear when we start the podcast, and it just progressively gets worse and worse, and so I start slurring shit. That's how you know I'm actually.
That's a good show.
I'm kayfabing, man. I'm keeping the shit real.
This is like our version of that Hot Ones Hot Sauce interview show.
Yeah, it's called
Hot Takes.
It used to be called Hot Takes, but it's called Now We Feast or Before We Feast.
Yeah. That's a great show.
Or something like that, where the people on the show get to eat hot wings and answer questions at the same time. And the longer the show progresses, the hotter the wings get. So it becomes pretty funny. I like it.
Yeah,
I love
and
that show.
he's really into rap, so he always has gangster rappers on. And by the third or fourth one, they're like, no more like. I saw the DJ Khaled one. It's hilarious. DJ Khaled is
he
pretty
wasn't
famous
playing.
one.
He didn't even want to eat like past the second wing.
Who's the guy? Fuck, now I forget his name.
Jody Harold.
No, who's the guy in Next Friday? His cousin, Ice Cube's cousin.
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps was on it.
Mike Epps is one of my favorite
Mike
comedians.
Yeah, Mike Epps.
Are you sure?
No, Mike Epps is not the comedian.
I have to watch it.
Mike Epps is. No, it can't be Mike. Yeah, it is Mike. Why did I think it was the black guy?
It's Friday.
Yeah. No,
I know every line on this movie, all three of them.
He was on it. He was great.
I gotta see Day Day. I didn't know.
Day Day was on it. I don't know why I thought Mike Epps was.
You have to
Pfeiffer.
watch his stand-up comedy, man. It's one of the funniest fucking stand-up comedy specials I've seen.
With the singer with the baby arm.
He's got like 2-3 big ones.
The singer with the baby arm.
Oh my god! Did you seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Holy fuck! He just put out another one. I saw it on Netflix too. It's hilarious.
He has a new show too.
So good. He's playing Richard Pryor in the new biopic. I can't believe it's weird, man. They passed on Eddie Murphy, or maybe Eddie Murphy passed on, but everybody thought it would be Eddie Murphy or even Dave Chappelle. Like, you know what I mean? But I kind of like the fact that it's Mike Epps.
I can see why Dave and Eddie Murphy wouldn't want to play their idol.
Really?
Yeah, who
I would. Are you serious? I would. If somebody came up to me and says, hey, Hefe, play fucking Bret Hart in this new biopic, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, okay. But
even if I stink.
Well, you definitely stink.
You know? Yeah, I definitely would stink it up.
All right, good segue.
It's sunset. The final deletion takes place.
Okay, good. You know,
Talking about
this is something I want to introduce to this show. Is that I kind of want to have a 90-second verbal diarrhea.
I'm gonna have to cut you off
then.
The I can see you going further than 90 seconds for this.
This one, okay, I'll keep it in 90 seconds.
All right.
Okay, I'll keep this one in 90 seconds. But I usually want to do this at the end of the show. But since you just fucking hit me with the music,
I'll cut
I have
you
to
off.
go in on.
I'll cut you off in 90.
Ready?
Yeah, go for it.
What the fuck did we watch here? The whole internet is going bananas over this stupid deletion which is featuring the Hardys. Everybody knows who the Hardys were. They're awesome in WWE. They left WWE. One of them became fat, got a funny haircut. The other one still paints his face and looks like he still goes raving. They made this home video type of wrestling match. With terrible filter and graphics on it. Terrible acting, cheesy. It just, I get what they're trying to do, but it was done like two fucking nerdy kids in grade 7 who took their camcorders and want to make their own wrestling video. That's what it felt like to me because I did that in grade 7 and it was just the same quality. It sucked. The match sucked. Jeff Hardy had his keys still on his pants while he's wrestling. Like, it was just bad. When somebody told me, when you earlier told me this match was going on, I said, okay, I'll keep an open mind on this. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. Then when I saw the production, I didn't know if this was supposed to be a joke. This was supposed to be real. This was supposed to be innovative. Apparently it is. Apparently the Wyatts copied the shit out of it. And they did. It was...
That's your time.
Oh, God damn it, I could go on forever. God.
What else can be added to what you just added? I have no idea. But like you said, we talked about it last week, and the whole internet, including legends, were going crazy about this.
Why?
It was the biggest hype and biggest letdown in wrestling ever.
Is it because maybe it was just under the TNA banner, and because TNA sucks so much compared to WWE as far as production goes and just quality, this thing was like, oh, wow.
I don't know, man.
It's new.
Like
new
all
TNA.
the wrestlers liked it. And maybe there's something in the wrestling world we don't know about these two guys. Maybe it's a backstage
I think they're trolling
thing.
us. I think I'll be the first to say every wrestler is trolling their fans right now.
Well,
with this fucking
these guys
bullshit.
could be trolling just because they're like, look what we did with Dixie's money.
What money? It was like, literally, you can do that on your cell phone, and some hillbilly's fucking farm out there. I don't even, like, it was bad. The finish, Jeff Hardy falls off.
Onto dirt.
Onto dirt, and that was the finish.
So, like
and then they started shooting each other around with fireworks. Like,
it was backyard wrestling
man.
with $500 budget. So yeah, I went in open mind. 18 minutes. So TNA's posted on YouTube. That's what I'm playing now. It's less than 18 minutes. The match is starting now, and we're 8 minutes in. So the match is only 8 minutes, but the match itself was shit.
Terrible. Like, if you're gonna tape something, at least make the spots good, perfect. It has to be perfect.
Lucha tapes, and theirs actually looks like a wrestling match. These guys taped, and it looked like a video you would send to TNA when you want to get hired.
Yeah, it was their fucking gardener that was filming. What's Senor what?
Benjamin.
Senor Benjamin was probably filming. He was the ring crew. He was the ref. He turned on all the cars for the lights.
He did set up the ring, yeah.
Like, come on, man. This
Awful match.
They're trolling us, man. I'm not dumb. I'm telling you, I might be high, but I'm not stupid. They're fucking trolling us with this shit. This is garbage. Garbage.
The only thing I do like, and I said it last week, is Matt Hardy's character. I can see it working in WWE, like not with this shit.
Yeah, I like it. The character is cool. Jeff is still Jeff.
Jeff is the same guy. He's been for 20 years.
Yeah, Jeff.
Extreme Mountain Dew, bro. But Matt Hardy, I can see, he's fat and out of shape now, and now he plays that role, which is perfect.
Yeah, and you know what? I liked it. He says a couple of funny lines that was cool.
Yeah.
But again, I didn't know if it was a joke or is this real.
Yeah. All right.
Not impressed.
Final deletion.
Fucking delete it. Get it out of there.
All right, on some happy news.
Brock Lesnar!
Finally, UFC 200.
UFC happened.
UFC 200 happened.
Were you surprised?
That he won? Mm-hmm. I was after like halfway through the second round. So I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched it the next day and I just skipped straight to that match.
Yeah.
Brock fucking fit. Jesus Christ.
He's huge. He's a specimen.
I looked up pictures of him when he first started at WWE, when he was his biggest, and he's more ripped now than he's ever been.
When he was at the weigh-ins and he came out and he took off his track pants and his shirt, he stepped on the scale, and you can see Joe Rogan's face in the background going, "What the fuck?"
It's a good impression.
What a specimen. Not only that, then Brock went in right straight into the Chris Jericho drink it in pose, which was amazing, very fitting. But at that point, I knew Brock is game. He's going to come and he's going to give Hunt a lot of problems. I was honestly very surprised that maybe I was just like, just because I mean, we talked about it in the last couple of episodes. I'm a huge Mark Hunt fan. Still am. The guy's a legend. I just thought he was going to give him more problems, but Brock's wrestling is so top notch.
Mark got out of a few takedown attempts.
But the guy is just bull rushing you for double leg takedown.
He is so fast.
He's not only is he fast, he's powerful, man. He's huge. You know, it's completely like you got to be on a different level to do a double leg takedown on someone who's shorter than you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
In wrestling, it's very difficult to do that type of takedown on someone who's shorter than you because you have to get under their waist. You have to wrap your arms around them. And because they're shorter, they're lower center of gravity.
Right.
And it's just harder to take down. And he was taking him down at his will. He did ground and pound on him. But that's the Brock game plan. He executed his game plan fully. And, of course, the hot-ass fucking Sable jumps in at the end. And that was my favorite part. I just want to see what Sable looks like now.
Yeah, and they even called her Sable.
Did they?
Yeah, they called her Sable.
Wow. Yeah. What is her name?
Rena Mero. Yeah, because she's not Mero anymore. Right. Rena Lesnar.
I'd rather call her Sable.
Yeah, everyone still calls her Sable.
Such a wicked name.
Yeah, it was crazy. Second round, he looked tired. He looked gassed. And Mark Hunt just looked as comfortable as ever because he's been doing this forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went to decision.
I was just fucking... I loved it. It was great for WWE that he won, but now it kind of screws the whole Brock Lesnar versus SummerSlam. I was extremely happy to see UFC running a SummerSlam ad
right before
during
the match.
UFC 200,
right
before the match, and a video game ad.
Yeah,
which, I mean that's amazing cross promotion.
I wouldn't think I'd ever see that.
What a win-win situation. Vince McMahon is a pimp, man. He knows what's popping.
Well, he probably worked all that in to even let Brock go to UFC.
Of course. And not only that, I mean, there's got to be multi-matches now. Brock won.
Oh, yeah. Brock's not done at UFC.
He's not done at UFC.
He's
going to try to go for that belt. And who knows, man, with his wrestling, he can take that belt. It's realistic. He just took down easily a top 10 guy. Easily.
Well, he was the underdog, right? Like we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Odds weren't in his favor.
I was watching UFC 200 from fucking 6:30 till 1:30 in the morning.
It's longer than WrestleMania.
I smoked a sack. And I just, by the end, I was like,
yeah.
Oh, God. I can't take it anymore. My eyes hurt. My fucking lungs hurt.
But they're fucked for SummerSlam.
Who?
WWE.
I mean, how are you going to have Brock versus Randy Orton?
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do.
I'm excited to see. You know what it is, though? Every time I get excited to think about the fact that Brock is at SummerSlam, it's his first time back into WWE, and we get to see him with Randy Orton. I think about when I got hyped up for WrestleMania with Brock and Dean Ambrose and a crazy street fight, and how I was let down. And I feel like this is the same case. We're going to get let down because he just came from UFC and won a legitimate fight, and now you're putting him up against Randy Orton,
who's injury prone, who can't get thrown around because his shoulder keeps popping out. He's just coming back from injury. You put him against Brock Lesnar, who's going to throw you around.
I just don't see the angle. What's the benefit with having this match?
Who else is there?
Anybody else? Everybody else.
Name 3 people for SummerSlam.
Shinsuke, Kevin Owens, and
Neville.
I don't know what the Neville. No. AJ Styles. You need a guy, man. You need a wrestler that's a fucking vet. Number one.
Yeah.
I mean, and Randy Orton is a vet, but he's stiff and he's agile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got to be like the guy has to be at Brock's pace. He has to match up at one level. You cannot match up power with Brock.
Man,
Lesnar.
AJ's a
even in
man.
WWE. You can't book somebody more powerful than Brock Lesnar. Okay, so you have to match up his style with speed, accuracy, wit.
AJ
something they completely failed to do with Dean Schmlamlo.
AJ's a dream match, which I don't think will ever happen. There is no way
AJ
Vince
can
would
pull it
approve
off. Shinsuke can pull it off.
Shinsuke probably could.
You know, Shinsuke can 100% pull it off. And imagine the hardcore wrestling fans like us would fucking blow a nut all over that fucking match. Like, that's a huge match.
Is supposed to be their second show of the year, so it's all going to be hardcore people in that arena.
You know, but you can't have Randy Orton, man. It's just two storyline, and what do you can't feud with them.
There is no.
Is this a one-off?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, they better build a storyline around it because the way they're marketing him versus Randy Orton is the same type of way they marketed him fighting someone in UFC, and the last thing you want to do is fucking draw a comparison between those two.
Right.
And it's not going to be a good thing.
No, and it's very strange to see that. Like, it was cool to see the SummerSlam ad, but then to see here's Brock Lesnar, who's a beast, and here's a commercial for him wrestling. It's
and
like,
I mean, if you're trying to gain the UFC fans and port them over to WWE, why would you put up a guy that's clean cut and doesn't look like a threat whatsoever? Put up a weird Japanese dude with fucking half smiling with a mouth guard in his mouth.
Because anyone looking at Shinsuke has no idea what to think if you've never seen him before. But you look at Randy Orton, and he's like, he looks like creative wrestler.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like the default wrestler.
Yeah.
Number 6.
He's like the white version of Byron.
Yeah, remember him? No, not Byron. Sorry, I'm thinking the other jank.
I remember who.
Byron for sure, but what's his name? The first tough winner. Not tough. The tough. What's that fucking show? The WWE show that was.
Yeah, it was Tough Enough.
It was Tough Enough. No, Tough Enough was UFC.
No, that's UFC's Ultimate Fighter.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was Tough Enough.
I don't remember the first one. I don't know.
Yeah,
who it was.
his name was. It was some fucking beige dude. His name was.
They're all beige.
Maven.
Oh,
remember Maven?
Bald Maven. Yeah.
Bald Maven. He looked. Maven is the ultimate creative wrestler.
He is, Maven. Man, that's a good memory.
For you janks out there that don't know who Maven is, don't just Google Maven because he's not that popular. You're not gonna.
No,
find
he's
him
a bodyguard now.
Exactly. You got to type in Maven WWE and then just take a look at this guy, and he looks like any character you would make in a WWF or wrestling game from probably 2000 to 2015. He's the default player.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the last Raw. Second last Raw before the brand split. All right, I didn't screw up the fade.
How do you think they made that song, by the way?
I have no idea what those noises are. I can tell a drum, but probably a drum machine.
Do you think it was one of those electric drums?
Everything was electric in that song.
Yeah,
there's no actual instruments.
Was it? I think it might have been like a fucking keyboard guy with a nice mullet just jamming out.
One hoop earring.
Yeah, one hoop earring. Definitely an electric drum kit. That guy's definitely.
But the music, like WWE music, is classic. That intro, the WrestleMania one, Hulk Hogan's Real American.
So good.
We can have a whole episode just about music.
So good. We should.
All right. So this match starts with Battle Royal for the Intercontinental Championship #1 contender against The Miz. So
yeah, throw all the jobbers in the ring.
Pretty much. There's a whole bunch of people. The only important part is your boy Darren Young won.
Okay. Here's the thing with this Battle Royal match. It starts, I'm like, of course, I'm just looking for the botches.
Yeah.
Anytime these job fests happen, I look for who's fucking up and who's confused. Nominees were Jey Uso jumping and hitting like I think it was Heath Slater, and Heath Slater didn't sell whatsoever because he was punching someone else. It was hilarious.
That's the problem. You can't coordinate like 30 people. Can't.
So I noticed how they were coordinating. The way they were coordinating was they would tap the guy on the shoulder. He'd turn around and be like, ready? He's like, yeah. And then he would chop him in a corner. So I was, after those job fests and botches were going on, I loved the finish. The finish was probably one of the best finishes in one of these shitty battle royals I've ever seen.
I didn't even know Darren Young was still in the ring because I'm like, oh, Apollo's feet hit last. And I'm waiting for them to say Apollo. Camera pans in the ring, and there's Darren Young just as surprised as we are.
Yep, and I'm a little ashamed of myself. I never thought I would be a Darren Young fan. It's like Titus right now. I could never be a Titus fan.
No, we'll get to it.
But I'm starting to really, incredibly enjoy this guy's fucking...
The backstage stuff? The videos?
Yeah, no, not even that. It's just his come-up. That's what I'm going to call it. Because it is, let's make Darren Young great again. And this is his come-up. And his come-up is amazing. At the fact that he just won a battle royal. He's going to be a contender for the IC belt. But the way he won it, he was completely confused. And he didn't even know he won. It's like, that's what Bob Backlund does. He just pulls shit out of his ass. It's amazing.
Young man, it's Mr. Bob Backlund.
Mr.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Not Bob
Sorry.
Backlund.
Give me 50.
I gotta get that clip for you.
Love that match. Love the end of it.
My favorite part was Mr. Bob Backlund going crazy celebrating and picking up Darren Young, who's like over 230 pounds.
And how old is Bob Backlund
67.
Now? He's 67, picking up an over 200 and some pound guy and marching him around in the ring. Yeah. That's a gangster right there.
Bob Backlund is a different animal, man.
He's a legend. He's a man's man. He's a man's man. He's one guy that can wear suspenders, and you say, yeah, fucking right. You wear those suspenders, Bob Backlund.
I'm watching just for Bob Backlund. I don't care about Darren Young, but if he can make Darren Young great, then I'm in.
Me too.
Okay, then we get a sneak peek of New Day and Wyatt's final deletion. This has to be related. This can't be
too much of a copycat. They completely copied the shit segment we just talked about.
Because there's no reason for it.
No, it was brutal.
Except for them to do the same thing.
So I watch Raw at the fucking grown man style of watching Raw, which is fast forwarding everything that's garbage and just watching it. You know what I mean? I can't eat steak and eat the fat with it.
3 hours.
You know what I mean? I gotta cut the fat and fucking just get right to the fucking meat. So when I'm watching this thing and my mind's racing and I see 3 black guys that look like they're running for their lives, scared in the southern woods with 3 hillbillies chasing them in pickup trucks, my mind just kind of goes elsewhere. And that's where it was going with this whole thing. I don't know what the point is. Like, come to our compound.
It doesn't make sense.
Who the fuck has a compound?
And since when have Wyatts invited anyone to this place? They've feuded with everybody. We've never heard of this compound.
Hey, you 3 black guys, come to our salon, come to our land and watch us.
And like, I'd understand Undertaker, like, come to my morgue. It's part of their story.
Man, you can't have fucking...
But this...
During, all this racial tension going on the stage, you're going to have 3 black guys go to fucking 3 farmers... farm and they're gonna try to kill them and pick up trucks and they're surrounded. Like, are you serious? Vince
has no idea what's going on.
Of course
he does not watch the news. He does not read the paper.
The crazy thing is, I agree with you. He never knows what's going on in pop culture and what's actually happening in reality because he's always in WWE world. Right. But somehow his timing is always shit.
It always lines up to what's happening, but they just do it really badly.
Yeah, man. So I didn't like this rehearsal for a KKK fucking
strangest thing. We'll get to the actual segment,
weird
but they
shit,
give
that was weird
preview of it. Then we have Seth backstage saying he has exclusive footage related to Roman and wants to go out there and talk about it. Man, Seth, yeah, they are going ham on Roman.
Yeah,
Every
Seth Rollins, man,
fucking
awesome.
week they're going on about how Roman let everyone down.
Well, I heard that Vinnie Mac didn't like the fact that he got suspended, and before he even got suspended, he started to fucking really turn on Roman Reigns.
I hope so.
He finally saw, this guy is actually, he can't be the front runner for this company. The crowd's right. So that could be a thing for it. And another way is Seth Rollins is just so good at making fun of Roman Reigns that when at first he's like, I have my own talk show host. I'm like, geez, not again, man.
Everyone has a talk show.
Yeah, so how many is that now? There's Chris Jericho with the highlight reel. There's the Ambrose Asylum.
There's the Miz TV.
There's Miz TV. What else?
No more Piper's Pit.
R.I.P. Piper.
Yeah.
But now we have Rollins Report.
Yeah.
So at first I was like, fuck, here we go. Then when I watched it and how they cut and just the way they executed this video of Rollins actually asking these questions and, you know, cutting in Roman answering different questions from a different interview, but, you know,
it's very Seth
answering
Rollins.
his questions. Amazing.
Yeah.
Genius comedy. Rollins is so convincing that I love it. It's just he's involved. He's the greatest, man. This guy is Rollins is the front runner for this company.
He is the future
for
of
the
the
long
company.
run. He is the future, 100%.
Funny thing is, Rollins has fucked up a lot behind the scenes too.
Why?
He tweeted a dick pic.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. This isn't.
What a gangster.
This is like a year ago, and his girlfriend found out he was cheating with a girl in NXT. So his girlfriend hijacked his Twitter account, and this is recent. This isn't like when Rollins was in developmental. This is like post Shield. So she went on Rollins' account and tweeted a picture of his new girlfriend naked. And then it came out, yeah. Then his new girlfriend, who has been cut from NXT a while ago, has like Nazi symbols and shit on her account and made all sorts of comments.
What?
Yeah. So Rollins is fucked up too, but I guess it's not as bad as enough to get suspended.
I mean, maybe he just likes freaky bitches.
He obviously likes them. Best part was after the Nazi stuff came out, he went with her to an NXT show and they had them both on there. So he has something on Vince apparently that Roman doesn't have. But in that interview, Rollins had spliced in like Roman saying, "Yeah, I did it. I went all in."
Yeah. I loved it.
I can't, but
I didn't know that. What is he like? So he's dating a Nazi girl?
he was. I don't know if he still is. I don't know his love life except for when his then girlfriend tweeted about it, and then he started showing up to shows with the new girlfriend.
I honestly thought he was Jewish. He looks Jewish as fuck to me.
He's Latino.
What?
Yeah, he's half Latino.
Seth Rollins is. I guess I kind of see it now, but
I just blew your mind.
yeah, that's fucked up. I didn't know that.
No, his real name is Colby Daniel Lopez.
What? It's not Seth Rollins?
That's the biggest surprise. That's not his real name.
Whoa! I thought his actual name was Seth because he looks like.
That's
Seth.
why I thought he was Jewish.
Yeah, definitely. That's a big thing.
No,
So what's his actual name?
I just told you, Colby Daniel Lopez.
Colby?
Colby, Colby.
Oh, Colby.
Daniel Lopez.
Colby.
Did I ruin Seth
people
Rollins
call
for
him
you?
Colby? Do people call him Colby or Seth?
Which people?
Like
I don't think his mom's gonna be like,
like
hey,
wrestlers.
Seth.
What do wrestlers call him?
Probably Rollins. I think wrestlers call each other wrestling names.
Yeah, I guess. But if you're, hey Colby.
He does not look like a Colby.
Guys, we have Colby on the line.
So
Colby doesn't like that.
So that's Colby's Colby report. But before all that,
the Colby report.
before all that, we had Ryder backstage trying to act tough to Rusev, asking for a title shot, and he got jumped hard by Sheamus.
I saw that.
Like he went
I don't
flying.
think he expected it.
No,
Sheamus smashed him from
Sheamus is
behind.
a big guy too.
And not only was the hit on him hard, but he hit the fucking box or whatever that metal casing was hard. So you heard his head bounce off of it. And when he hit the ground, he's like, what the fuck? I'm happy to see Zack Ryder finally got a fade on his hair. It was bothering the shit out of me. If you have a beard and you don't have a fade, you got to fade it a little bit, man. And he finally had a proper haircut. He dyed his beard black. I don't know if you noticed that.
He's going for the Hollywood look.
No, he's going for the Drake girl. He's trying to
changing, man. He's heard you for weeks saying change your look, change your music. He changed his music a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. It was still the same thing.
Same, but it's like
easy rock.
Yeah, easy rock.
Some of that easy rock while you're waiting at the dentist.
Yeah. Nice and slow, steady changes. So he beat Sheamus on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So obviously he has to lose to Sheamus tonight, which he did.
Did.
Sheamus mauled him. Then Rusev came out and beat the shit out of him and told him challenge accepted. So it's Ryder and Rusev at Battleground.
Rusev is the greatest heel in the company right now, as far as the classic sense of a heel.
Well, he elevated Titus from nothing to Titus of today, as much as he could. Like, they had matches every week for weeks, and now Titus is like, a little elevated. So maybe he'll do the same thing for Ryder.
He's in my top 5 jobbers right now, jobber list.
And then the greatest thing happened.
Fucking bullshit!
Wrong sound cue. There we go.
I'm like, what happened? The Iron Sheik came out? Shit.
No, greatest thing happened. Breezango beat Lucha Dragons. It's happening. They're getting a push, maybe.
Finally.
Better sound
cue. My boys, they're so funny. They're the best tag team. They're so underrated, and I like them like that. Just keep them in the mid-card so they can do all this funny stuff and nobody actually pays attention and they get away with it. Once they start paying attention that these guys are getting over, then it's going to fuck everything up.
And for once, it's opposite day because this time Kalisto botched.
Yeah, I saw that.
He went for like a lion salt and completely botched it.
Completely fucked up.
Sin Cara's rubbing off on him.
Sin Cara started talking this match. You see that?
Yeah, backstage he's like, we know what you're saying. But it was a lot more muffled. It was more like, I know what you're saying. But that was pretty funny. That was pretty good. We need more backstage shit from all the wrestlers.
So I got you a wrestling mask.
Oh, yes, sir, you did.
And I got myself a wrestling mask from Mexico, and I wore it yesterday for like half hour. I said to myself, you know what? Let me just try doing average things in a wrestling mask.
Wait, what did you even
see how
get?
hard it is.
What does it look like?
Mine looks like Rey Mysterio.
Oh yeah, you told me. Does it have the cross on it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So half an hour.
I saw a picture of Rey Mysterio in like I'd say 97 in WCW, and it kind of looked like a mask he wore at that time. So
okay.
I'd say it's about 95% legit.
That's pretty good for Mexico.
But it's hard as fuck to see outside of a wrestling mask, man.
Hard to see, to breathe,
I see these guys. Yeah, these guys are wrestling, and your peripherals you can't see around you. You know what I'm saying? You can only kind of see straight, and you gotta always squint. How the hell are these guys doing backflips and?
Yeah, they're not doing like just holds. They're flipping and coordinated shit.
Not only that, it's hard to breathe with something covering your mouth.
Yeah, their cardio.
I breathe through my mouth like a donkey. So it's really hard for me to breathe.
So now we know you're not ever going to be a lucha wrestler.
No, definitely not. I'll be like, you know what would be hilarious? Like an out of shape lucha wrestler.
Oh, there's a lot of those because those guys don't retire.
Need those. No, but I'm not talking about those jank Mexican fucking. He's been wrestling for 45 years. Right. El Taco comes out in like his fucking old man titties. I'm talking like who's out of shape in like a what's his name? Bullfit guy.
Oh yeah. He's
someone
not
who's like
he
round and fat, and he wears a wrestling mask, and halfway through the matches he just gets tired and he just pulls off the mask and he just can't breathe under there.
Bullfit would have been perfect gimmick for that.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. He like attempts to do fucking backflips, like fuck it.
Well, that was his thing. Bullfit, like he would run out of breath just walking to the ring.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that shit was hilarious.
It was good. He got let go.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah. Okay, so back to Raw. We kind of jumped, but Rollins was out, and he made his case again for dropping Roman from the triple threat. Again, crowd goes crazy. Then Ambrose came out. He cut the best promo I think he's ever cut.
Yeah, I liked it.
Intense.
This was one of the first times I agree.
And then watching it, I was like, if only they let him do what he can do, he could probably be like the Austin of 2016 where it's watered down. But he's already doing that. I'm a rebel. I don't listen to anyone. But if he can like cut promos, it was intense.
I wouldn't go that far.
Of 2016, like it's a massive condition.
He doesn't have the face for it.
He looks crazy.
His face is just too. He's got like a baby face.
I don't know, man.
Austin looked like a mean motherfucker. Goldberg looked like a mean motherfucker.
You know how we have
Brian Pillman looked like a psycho. Okay. Brian Pillman is the guy that Dean Ambrose is trying to be like, and he's trying to act like, and maybe he's not Dean Ambrose doing it, but WWE is trying to recreate the Brian Pillman type of character, watered down like you said. I wouldn't go with Austin. Austin got a lot of his shit from Brian Pillman.
Yeah,
They
tagged for a while.
But Pillman looked psychotic. That's how Dean Ambrose has to be. Right now, he's just a goof.
You know how we have the chairs we got from the Roadblock special?
Yep.
Okay, there's wrestlers' faces on it, and I asked my wife to name them all. And she got to Ambrose. She's like, I don't know him, but he's the creepy one. He looks creepy.
I mean, maybe to women who never watch wrestling.
Yeah. Who WWE is their primary audience.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, that's definitely not it. He's just, you got to look a little bit more psychotic looking. Like, just because you wear a raggedy ass tank top and Zeller's jeans doesn't mean you're lunatic or you're crazy. I haven't seen anything crazy from him. In fact, by definition, Chris Jericho's the craziest motherfucker there is with the 69 thumbtacks in his arm. He's the lunatic fringe.
But that's the problem with WWE. Before he came there, Ambrose wrestled in CZW, the craziest, and he would do the tags, he would do the glass, but they don't let him do any of that.
That's weak.
That's the problem.
So, with this promo on Raw, I liked it because he got angry.
Yeah.
He became a little serious, but then he became Ambrose again.
That's the WWE fault, because he was cutting promos like that. His name was Johnny Moxley.
Cool.
Yeah, he was cutting promos like that for a while, and everyone compared him to Roddy Piper. Because he was intense like that, where he's like, he snorted something.
Well, I'm excited to see the screw job that's going to happen on our match next week.
Right, yeah. Next week is actually a title match between Ambrose and Rollins.
Yeah, screw finish. So let's see how the screw finish is going to be.
Next we have Sami Zayn comes out to do commentary for Owens' match. And they did something I like where, Owens is amazing, but he's like, I don't want him out there. So he got Sami Zayn ejected from commentary desk.
Loved it. Loved that.
On top of that,
the only thing that ruined it for me was that you can see it's light outside and it's Raw, and it means it's at like 9, 10 o'clock. Wouldn't it be at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be dark?
I don't know, man. I didn't pay that much attention.
It was just right there. The fucking door was open, and I'm like, oh, man, they did this vignette before.
You mean it's not all live? First, Seth Rollins, and now this is anything real in wrestling. So then,
I still want to believe.
You're right. It's still real to me, damn it.
It's real to me, goddammit.
Then they did something else that was great. As Zayn is walking up the ramp, Owens is walking down the ramp. I'm like, please don't just pass each other. And they didn't. They beat the shit out of each other.
Loved it. This is one of the only feuds I see in wrestling that can go on for like 3 years.
Yeah. And they
should
do
try
it
to
well.
Do it too.
Because they don't. The only time they fucked it up was when they were all on the ladder. And Zayn and Owens were next to each other on ladders. I'm like, you two hate each other. Why are you just standing there? And this time they didn't pull that, which was great.
I mean, at that point, we believe in it so much that, we're looking for little things like that. Whereas any other feud, we would have never
we don't
seen
care.
something like that, which is something to say about the feud that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have. I really enjoy this feud. This is the best feud in wrestling right now.
And they've only been doing it for 15 years.
Yeah.
So they have some practice.
It's a feud that's been going on for 15 years.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And it's all going to end at Battleground.
Probably not.
Fucking not.
Then Vince's limo pulls up and he says he's going to announce the commissioner for SmackDown Live. That's the official name now, SmackDown Live.
Well, I'm here to smell some of this Detroit fresh air.
I don't know what that means.
It's not fresh air in Detroit.
No.
I'm sorry. I love Detroit, but it's not fresh at all.
So then you have the Owens and Cesaro match. Really cool spots in that match. Power spots. And Owens worked Cesaro's neck and had a brutal knee to the neck breaker. They showed the replay.
Great match. Those two neck breakers.
Ooh.
I mean, he pulled that one neck breaker that were even WWE couldn't believe it, and they showed a replay 4 times.
Brutal.
That was that was dangerous.
Yeah, it looked dangerous. I don't know how he could protect himself.
that he literally did a neck breaker on his knee, and his knee, you could see his head just bouncing off of the knee.
Yeah. No.
And I like the fact that he finished the match. Kevin Owens beat Cesaro with a neck breaker. It was a
swinging neck breaker.
Yeah, but it was a swinging neck breaker, but from a torture rack position.
Yeah, it looked like Lex Luger's finisher.
It was the Lex Luger torture rack into a neck breaker.
And it finished the match.
And it finished the match. I was like, holy shit, that's smart. See, I think Kevin Owens is booking this stuff.
Well, when he was in NXT, there were all sorts of reports that he and Prince Devitt, Finn Balor, and someone else, they would get exempt from the drills and stuff at the Performance Center because they're pros. So I could see that here they definitely let him, and especially Cesaro too, book their own matches.
I think so too, because that type of finish you don't see in any other match. It's very smart. A lot of people wouldn't fucking understand it. A lot of people are like, oh, Kevin Owens won. But to smart fuckers like us, we're like, he beat him with a neck breaker because he just pulled off the craziest neck breaker I've ever seen.
Right. And why his finisher is a powerbomb if he can do a neck breaker and end it.
Exactly.
Logic.
I didn't expect him to get the 3 count at all off that neck breaker.
Which was,
did you?
No, because he didn't do his finisher.
Great match. Cesaro, amazing. Just lose the fucking suit in the beginning.
The stripper suit, please.
You did it. Okay, it's over.
Yeah.
Awesome. Kevin Owens, god damn it, you're the best wrestler there is right now.
And then Zayn runs out from the crowd. Again, something that's amazing. His music didn't hit. He didn't run down the ramp. He runs through the crowd, jumps Owens, beats the shit out of him, almost did the hockey, pull a shirt over the head. And then
I saw that.
Threw him back in the ring. Cesaro got his swing into a pop. Good
Loved
segment.
it. Cesaro swung the shit out of Kevin Owens too. He was spinning fast on that one.
Yeah. Then you had the club come out and cut another promo on John Cena and how when John Cena's back, what are we gonna do? Beat up John Cena.
Beat up John Cena.
Then you have Titus O'Neil comes out and beats Heath Slater.
Hold on. Titus O'Neil, do you understand there's an art to walking out to the ring?
He has the worst
He walks like he just took a shit and he got off the toilet and he's like, oh, fuck, I'm wrestling right now? Okay. Oh, there's people in the crowd. Oh, hey. Like, what the fuck
He has no
that?
character. He has nothing. And the worst part is, like, his body shape and trunks don't match. He looks like a baby with diapers.
I know.
He looked better in shorts last week.
Weird, man. Like, does he have knee pads?
He has knee pads, but no wrists, no elbows. He looks naked.
Weird.
It's uncomfortable to watch him.
Uncomfortable. More uncomfortable than him kissing his 13-year-old son.
No, that was the top, and I still don't understand why this didn't blow up on the internet. This grown man.
Everyone's too scared to talk about it.
That was the
only
weirdest
jobbers
thing
in a boiler room playing cards right now, drinking Bud Light.
Titus.
We'll talk about
weirdest thing about Titus. But he is fucking sloppy, man. In this match, he threw Heath Slater around. None of it looked safe.
No,
I don't know.
Heath Slater was taking the worst bumps ever.
He was jobbing. I don't know if you saw the clip.
The only thing I like, sorry to cut you off. The only thing I really, all I want to say about this match, the only thing I liked is the victory lap. I think the victory lap that the Social Outcasts do is one of the funniest things. They all line up in a line and they start doing a victory lap around the ring, especially when they're losing.
Did you see on Main Event? I tweeted it.
I don't watch Main Event. Fuck.
I don't watch Main Event either, but I tweeted this part where it was Cesaro and one of the members of Social Outcasts.
Yeah.
And they went to do the victory lap while, like, during the middle of the match. They didn't even give him a beatdown yet. And Cesaro got out of the ring and was behind them, running with them. And one by one, he's taking them out.
Oh my god!
And they didn't notice, so he's just following them with his arms up in the air. Takes one out.
Oh my god! I have to watch that.
Yeah, really.
That is
clever.
one of the funniest things.
Yeah, that's really.
Because I can picture it.
Yeah, it was really good stuff.
Oh my god!
And then last week, Titus and Rusev match. I tweeted this one too. I don't know what happened. It didn't look that bad when I saw it, and even in the clip I tweeted. But Titus kicked Rusev in the arm when Rusev was down. Rusev, without his accent, like his actual voice, yells, "Fuck you, you motherfucker."
To Cesaro?
No, to Titus. Titus kicked Rusev. But it didn't even look bad. He like dropped his gimmick and yelled, "Fuck you, you motherfucker."
I have to see that. Maybe because in the back he's like, "Listen, bro, my right arm is really hurting. Please don't kick me in there."
And Titus just barked in his face.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to see it.
let me find it. Rusev, fuck you. I'm sure I can find it.
In the interwebs.
Maybe it's on Streamable, not YouTube. I'll find it.
Yeah, find a send to me.
Yeah. So.
But for the good folks that are listening on our Twitter, you posted all the stuff, right?
I posted on Twitter and Facebook. So I find all these gems throughout the week. Follow us because it's not just promoting show, which we don't do much of. It's more sharing this kind of funny shit.
Yeah, funny shit in wrestling that happens. Follow us. It's hilarious.
Then we have the recap here of we kind of talked about it already, but the Wyatts and New Day. So they recap first before they went to the compound. So basically, they're fighting in the dark in a field surrounded by cars. There's mud. I don't know if it was supposed to be raining. And it was hard to like even know what was going on because it was dark and they were cutting a lot of jump cuts.
The video cuts were terrible.
And they had like
cuts.
Yeah, they had all sorts of like filters on it for grain and shit. It's like there's no way you did this on a video cassette camcorder. We know like the equipment nowadays, it shouldn't be grainy. Yeah. And at one part, like Bray abducts Xavier and Xavier's hiding behind a tree and Bray tries to behead him with an axe.
That was weird. That was weird. The only time I liked this, I'm like, oh, okay, they're kidnapping little Xavier.
Yeah.
And maybe they're gonna turn Xavier. Imagine they turn Xavier into one of the Wyatts. That would be an insane, crazy line, storyline. And the Wyatts try to bring him back, and vice versa. That could go on for like a year if they do it right.
Well, I can see. I think.
But no, they let him go and they try to fucking off his head with an axe.
Yeah. Well, I can see that it'd be time to kind of do something with the New Day, even if it's temporary, and then you have them reunite.
Yeah, kidnap Xavier.
Yeah, like they were going to do, and I thought they were going to do during this thing.
Yeah.
And then basically Wyatts get the upper hand. New Day is surrounded by people in sheep masks, and then New Day run away.
Honestly, looked like a fucking lynching to me.
It did look like a lynching.
I didn't want to say it. I'm not trying to stir some controversy, but you watch that and you tell me when you have a field of dirty Southern hillbillies
surrounding three black guys,
jacked, surrounded by three black guys that also look like they've been on the run for fucking a long time because they just look gritty.
And Kofi was wearing a do-rag.
Kofi's wearing a do-rag. One of them's wearing just terrible. And what's happening? They're fighting in a field and they're trying to carry them away, and there's trees involved. Come on,
Did
man.
not look good.
Didn't look good. That shit was not cool.
For the 20 people who made the connection to Final Deletion, it didn't look good. For everyone else watching and be like, Black Lives Matter? Vince?
And that's the thing. Do you think that WWE did copy the Deletion because they thought their fans would be like, oh, wicked. I get it. Or
it's like, no, here's how you do it with
because
money.
they actually like that style.
I don't know, man. I can't imagine that Vince even knows about Final Deletion. Maybe he's like, what is everybody watching? And he sees everyone in the back.
Know. Someone would tell him.
And then he's like, oh, yeah, we'll do it better.
Yeah, maybe it's something like that. Dixie Carter? Oh, she can suck my dick. Make another one.
Yeah, I can see that happening because none of this makes sense, why they would do this. Okay, I found the clip of Titus kicking. So, yeah, this was last Monday on Raw. So let's see if you hear this. It's a Vine. Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
Wow, of course I heard it.
Yeah, no accent.
Fuck.
Just
why did he do that?
I don't know if he forgot he's on TV, but no accent. The kick didn't even look bad. Here, I'll send you the Vine. But yeah, that's our boy Titus. Sloppy ass Titus. Yeah, that's one person you don't want to be sloppy with. That is one person you don't want to be sloppy with, Rusev.
Let's see. I want to watch it right now.
Yeah, Yeah, if you look at the kick too.
Yeah, no, he kicked him on his shoulder.
And yeah, Rusev
Oh
rolls
my God,
away.
that was during the July 4th.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rusev
Wow.
rolls away. He doesn't let Titus pick him up. And he's holding his arm.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah,
Titus.
just watch it.
All right, so next, let's get through this. You get Enzo and Cass beat the club. Enzo and Cass came out and talked about how everyone wants to take Cena's spot, something like that. I was kind of skipping these parts.
Yeah. I'm still happy to see that the crowd reacts to Enzo and Cass with a lot of enthusiasm, which means that their gimmick is still hot. They're still over. Keep doing your shit.
Well, they're even if they don't like them, their entrance is the most fun one.
Yeah, 100%.
It's something they're going to be like.
And Enzo's wrestling is good, man. Cass's usual like come in and clear house kind of thing is actually it's pretty good. He's got one of the best big boots in the game. Like he's got a nice big
he does.
kick, you know, and I like it.
Then so basically AJ interferes, beats up Cass on the inside. Then they surround Enzo. Sorry, they beat up Cass on the outside, surround Enzo on the inside. And all night they've been saying John Cena's not there. And what do you know? John Cena's there. The pop was pretty big, man.
Yeah, it's because they told the crowd he's not there. Once you tell someone he's not there and they show up, they're going to react to it. You know what I'm saying? Then when he actually got in the ring and people realized this is a reality, the reaction wasn't that strong.
All right, so I shouldn't be worried.
Fuck, though.
The champ is here!
Oh, God. Him in that goddamn shorts he wears. So bad. So bad.
Yeah, we talked about this on the weekend. Like, you said it. That's his look. It's never changing. Nothing is changing ever again. He's Hulk Hogan at this point.
No, man. Hogan changed and he became 10 times cooler. If Hogan remained Hogan, he wouldn't be the Hogan of today.
I mean...
Does that make sense? If he was the
what did he change?
Red and yellow Hogan,
the
bright yellow Hogan throughout his whole career till today, he wouldn't ever, like people wouldn't talk about Hogan.
Oh, right, yeah. NWO, I guess, is a bit different. He went from like the underwear
completely
to
did a 360.
Yeah, to the trunks or the pants.
I'm not saying this jank has to do that, but come on, man. Like,
yeah. Look like an athlete, at least. Okay. Then we have, I don't know why this. So Sasha beats Dana Brooke. I don't know if they've run out of women so much that Dana gets decent airtime every week.
They're trying to,
And she got like a good 11-minute match here.
Who else is there? Becky Lynch and Paige, right?
Who else? Bring up, what's her face? Bailey.
Oh, you mean bring people? Yeah, but what are you going to do with the rest of them?
Which rest of them?
You can't just...
You have Natty.
Yeah, you have Natty, Paige,
Becky,
the Irish jank,
Sasha, Charlotte, Paige. Okay, yeah, you said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
One of the Bellas is supposed to come back soon.
You got that fucking cheerleader, botch one.
It's Summer Rae.
Oh my god!
Who invented the DDT suplex?
She can defeat you with her chi. She doesn't even have to touch you, and she'll just fucking make you flip.
Oh, her kicks, yeah.
Oh,
the wind from her kicks. Oh. Anyway, Sasha beat Dana. They're going to have a rematch, and when Sasha wins on SmackDown, she gets her match at Battleground.
My interest in Sasha is starting to go down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mine too.
She's good at selling. She's a great seller.
The problem with her is she looks like she's 90 pounds, so I don't see how she could at all hurt someone like Dana Brooke, who's a legit bodybuilder.
Yeah, but I could if she, no, I don't know, fucking know.
I don't know. Then
I don't know. I don't care enough to know.
Okay, great show. Okay.
I'm real, people. I'm real.
All right, yeah, that's the problem. Now nobody cares about the women again. Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do care about the women. I love wrestling, but I don't like bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
No, they've made it that nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, it's just whack.
All right, last segment. Stephanie and Shane come out to find out who's running what show. Vince comes out and he said he's disappointed in both of them. They each make a case for running the show. Vince gives Shane SmackDown and Stephanie Raw. Shane confirms that SmackDown's getting a new look and feel. There was rumors about this a few weeks ago that they're going to get new music. They already have a new logo, which is kind of updated and has the word live in it. But next Tuesday, we actually get to see what it looks like. But then it continues with Vince saying now they have to pick general managers. And I'm like, well, what the fuck did we just pick now? What is the commissioner and GM?
That confused me too. Like, what do you mean, general managers?
So what I get from it, and what I've been reading today is, and I hope this is what's happening.
What?
That Shane and Stephanie aren't going to be on screen as much. They're going to be like what Vince is now, where you see him like once every few months, and that the GMs are the ones you'll see every week.
That would be cool. As long as I don't see neither of them that much,
no more
that'd
McMahons.
be fantastic, especially Stephanie.
We need a break from the McMahons.
I need like serious break. Serious break.
Everybody does. Everybody. And then rumor has it, and it's a rumor because WWE kind of posted it and then removed it, that it's going to be Daniel Bryan for SmackDown as the GM. Which, it's like, hey, like make SmackDown the cool brand. I'm down for that.
Could he take a bump?
No. He's not wrestling. He's not wrestling. He takes a bump. He's going to get more seizures.
Fuck.
But the show goes off the air with a famous Steph slap. All she does is slap men. Like, which workplace would you get
that
away
wasn't
with?
Cool. Like, I don't even think Shing realized he was going to get slapped.
He
Stephanie
didn't sell
slaps
it.
him for no fucking reason.
He did not sell it at all.
And you know what the thing is, too? I think she did that because she was legitimately pissed off that people like him more than they like her.
You know, and I can see her
I think it's getting to her feelings.
I was going to say, I can see her being the type to be like, why don't they like me?
Like, she legit, I think, doesn't like she's jealous. She's legit jealous. She's got that sibling jealousy of, why don't they like him and not me when I'm doing all the work and I'm doing all this and I'm doing that. And I have the rap music that I come out to.
Yeah, mother of three. Rap music goes together well.
I'm married to the game. Like,
well, when she said that, I thought he was going to come out. But we never see him. But
he's like, fuck that shit. I
don't know if you caught the last 10 seconds of the show. So she slaps him, gets out of the ring, and trips getting off the stairs. So finally, some comeuppance.
I loved it. The crowd popped for it when she slipped and almost broke her ankle.
And Shane pointed and laughed, which was great.
She didn't know what to do. She's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. The slapping's got to stop.
Yeah, the slapping's stupid, man. I actually don't. It's just...
Because
it's abuse of power.
It is. You can't slap your employees and be like, no, it's for the show.
Yeah,
because nobody slaps her back. Nobody gets anything back on her.
And she's like, hit me. Like, why would he hit you?
Yeah.
That's domestic. Isn't that like fucking...
That's a crime.
Go to jail for that? Like, for real? Like, out of kayfabe wrestling?
They crossed the line at the lynching. Now, domestic abuse.
Now she's begging for the guy to... And by all means, don't get it twisted. He had every right in every country to knock her out after she slapped him because that's self-defense.
And she slaps hard.
She slapped him, which means she initiated this violent act, and he turned around and decked her.
El Jefe is a lawyer.
If that happened, maybe he can run both of them.
I just hope we don't see any of the McMahons. They're closing out shows. Everything's about them.
I feel like they're gonna have Eric Bischoff involved somehow.
Well, that dickhead tweeted, and I retweeted it Monday, like, you never know what's going to happen about Raw and the GM. And then like 20 minutes before the show, he apologized. He's like, oh, I didn't mean that I'm going to be on it. I'm not going to be on the show.
Dick, why
dick people around?
He's trolling people, eh?
Yeah, they all do troll people.
I don't know why fuck.
Oh, did you start?
I can't get mad at that. They're trolling
Did you start reading The Death of WCW yet?
No, I'm going to start reading that book soon.
Okay, because they have a part in it where they're... So it goes not just like people in the company, but everyone from AOL, Time Warner, and the TV channels. And the writers pretty much sum it up as everybody at the top thinks people who watch wrestling are like the worst, like dumbest hillbillies.
They're degenerates.
And people like Eric Bischoff and the promoters also think that. So they troll. And they don't actually like their fans.
That's hilarious.
They don't actually like their fans. They look down on them.
You know what? I don't agree with that. I agree. Maybe guys like Bischoff, because he never came from a wrestling background. I don't think Vince trolls anybody like that.
Not Vince. No, everybody else.
Vince is one of the boys.
Vince, Russo, fucking Russo. He thinks everyone's retarded. So yeah.
No, what I'm saying is, Russo, like, Vince came from the system, man. He's one of the guys.
Third generation, second generation.
Yeah, man, he's a fucking G. He doesn't troll people like that.
No.
I could see businessmen like Bischoff doing it. I can see, you know what I mean?
No, Vince thinks wrestling's on par with like the NFL.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, some trolling from Eric Bischoff. I don't think we'll get anyone special like that at all for Raw.
I think SmackDown is going to be led by AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Raw is going to be led by that jank of all jank, Cena.
They're going to split them up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But...
Oh, fuck, no, never mind.
They got the pay-per-view after.
Yeah, no.
But...
What I meant was... Raw, I still go with AJ for SmackDown, but I think Raw is going to be the Rollins.
Yeah. That I can see.
That whole feud. That's the whole feud over there.
But you know what? I don't know who was saying this last week, but you know how every week between pay-per-views they come out and they're like, fuck you, John Cena. Fuck you, AJ, for 5 weeks. Uh-huh. It like kills the feud a bit because like you see it every week and you know nothing's going to happen until the pay-per-view. But if they get split up and this one's talking shit
Very
about
true.
this guy on one show, this guy's talking shit, you want to see the fight more.
But they're not going to do that.
No. Maybe for this first pay-per-view, if they do put Cena on Raw.
No, what I'm saying is, are they going to have can a wrestler on Raw say "fuck you" to a wrestler on SmackDown? They're not going to start.
No, the original brand split, they didn't do that.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to do that in this one. That was the whole point of this. Is like they have their own feuds inside their respective shows.
But I think,
which kind of sucks because I do want to see like invasions.
And I think they're gonna have stuff like that for like.
They need to
Survivor
Maybe
Series.
that's why they redid it.
You need to have like the build up. There's no build up to anything.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? The first time they did the brand split, they didn't have one camp invading another show, did they?
They did have SmackDown versus Raw pay-per-views, but they weren't like every month or every other month. And even in this case, the pay-per-view schedule is like a pay-per-view every 2 weeks. So even there, they're not mixing.
They are actually going to do that?
After September, yeah, every 2 weeks.
Fuck.
Because it's not a pay-per-view anymore, right? It's just a network special. So they can do them as many times as they want. Because it's all on the network. It doesn't.
No, but man,
it's too much.
The system of having.
It kills the build-up.
Starting at your house show.
Yeah.
Then you go into television. You develop your storylines. You gain all your fans. And you build something to look forward to. The monumental show where the wrestlers are outperforming every other show. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're trying their best. The production's better. Everything's more serious. That's the system. That's what made WrestleMania. That's what made Survivor Series. That's what made Royal Rumbles. You're gonna fucking now every 2 weeks just have a special and come up with bad names?
Well, and the worst part is, like I was just saying, there's no build up. There's no time. Like, keep people apart for 2-3 months. We'll go crazy for that fight.
But even if they have a match where it's like AJ Styles versus John Cena, let's say on SmackDown.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
2 weeks later, like Rollins and Ambrose, let's say.
Yeah. And then right after that, it's like back to you. But what just doesn't.
No.
It hurts my head.
No, I think the business model's changed where, like, before the money was house shows and pay-per-views. Now it's get network subscription. So Raw is just a big commercial for the network. All right.
Weak, fam.
Tomorrow, finally, is Shinsuke and Balor.
I can't wait.
It's going to be great.
I really canceled a lot of my plans to watch it. I'm not going to lie.
Tomorrow night's going to be busy, yeah. And then right after is the Cruiserweight Championship Tournament.
Oh, right after it?
Right after it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, get
my
comfortable.
girlfriend's going to be so mad at me.
Yeah, spouses don't like these kind of weeks.
The funny thing is she's going to be listening tomorrow.
To this?
Yeah, and she's going to be like, fucking asshole.
That's how she's going to find out your
That's
plans
why he
for the night.
on me.
That's how she'll find out the plans. Yeah, no,
Yes.
I can't get my wife to listen to this show.
No. She just goes on sometimes and listens, and she's like, "Oh yeah, why'd you talk about this?" I'm like, "Oh shit." So now,
you gotta edit
plans
it
tomorrow. I gotta cancel it because of this show, and I'm gonna do it because of NXT. And you know what? She's a Shinsuke Nakamura fan because that's the only person she knows in wrestling and she likes. So I'm gonna watch this with her because I want her to watch Shinsuke.
And she understands the point system for wrestling, so
exactly. Yeah, and how many goals they score.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get to it. Jobber match of the week.
My favorite.
Probably the hardest match I ever had in my life. But I don't like it when things aren't going my way.
Every week I will laugh at that.
That stutter is amazing.
You turn the tables in the wrong way.
All right, this week we got our boy Patty Barrett versus the Screaming Eagle.
Patty Barrett versus the Screaming Eagle.
Yeah.
The Screaming Eagle has to be one of the best names ever for a wrestler.
Well, the only thing I could find on him is that he's a Native American wrestler. So
is he the one wearing all yellow?
I'm gonna guess he is.
There's a wrestler wearing all yellow,
but it's the weirdest trunks.
It's weird, man. He looks like a baby,
and his legs look yellow too, but I don't think they are.
And then the other chap is wearing a baby blue shorts, standard baby blue underwear, red knee pads, white boots with little fringes, like what is that? Little
tassels.
Like tassels.
Yeah, so you got Patty, who wrestled in NWA, WWF. He was known as Mr. Wrestling, so he's not the jobber. And then we have Screaming Eagle. And this match...
what's with the ring?
Well, this match is brought to us by British Pro. So in the UK, the rings are much smaller. Even now, there's UK companies, and their rings are like... They look like they're 10 feet by 10 feet. I don't know why.
I think they just want higher spots, like...
I don't know, because usually, like, when I think of the UK, I think of technical wrestling.
I think it's because most of the wrestlers are pissed drunk while they wrestle in UK.
That can be it.
And they don't want to run too much or else they're going to puke.
This guy is Irish. Okay, let's get to it.
And now, we have a top man for a top bout. A new referee,
Bone Crusher Barrett.
Yeah, first semifinal.
Very, very experienced pro.
Oh. No, is that Barrett? Guy looks 50. He looks Italian.
Yeah, he looks like a mobster.
He does look like a mobster.
Pat Barrett.
Which one's which?
Imagine, like, you're a 6-year-old kid and you're
like, okay. I was like, which one's which? But Screaming Eagle has an eagle on his yellow onesie.
Screaming Eagle is
and it's in a circus tent. How carny is this?
Oh my god, it is in a circus tent.
A circus tent and people standing.
I love it. This is pure carny.
Look how much everything's moving. You can hear the ref, eh?
What's the matter with you? You're trying to get you scared of me, trying to get yourself to
And here we go.
Oh my god, you can hear the ref.
Is that the ref?
He was.
The padding off the corner post, and we've seen this so many times. It's unreal.
Oh, the hesitation.
Oh, there's no buckles.
He ripped the turnbuckle corner. Oh, here you go.
With the chops. Look at him go.
Why is Barrett doing the Tatanka?
Oh, beautiful. Oh.
Barrett is mocking him. That ring is 1.5 feet tall.
Our corner posts alone in future instead of these illegal moves.
He is doing Tatanka's moveset.
But he's just lifting his knees and kind of like just dancing.
Yeah, but he gave him even like the Tatanka, like the axe.
Going through a crash barrier.
This match has spilled outside of the ring, ladies and gentlemen.
We've hit some pain.
He's already tired. Screaming Eagle is already done. This is what a real fight would look like.
Yes.
He's been hit twice, and he tried to leave. Oh, Screaming Eagle using the 10 count.
No danger, that is not it. We are still in action.
No.
Yes.
I think it was the crowd that counted him out there,
man.
Fire department. Apparently there's a fire.
This is the most carny match I've ever seen.
He's going to have to get him fairly quickly.
The whole match has been 3 moves.
Oh, to the eyes.
Oh, no, that was wild.
And 2 10 counts and a fire department PA system message.
Here, Mr. Pat Barrett.
Straight to the kidneys.
All right, Screaming Eagle is actually getting some moves in. He's not as much of a jobber as I thought.
Oh my
Oh, he's in trouble.
This
Indian's
Bone
in
Crusher
trouble.
Barrett looks like Dino. What's his name? Remember in the 80s?
Oh, yeah.
Going to that big dressing room in the sky.
Yeah, he does.
The Montreal wrestler,
Bone
the
Crusher
wrestler
Barrett's
from
living up
Quebec,
to his
Montreal.
Yes,
Quebec, Montreal.
Beautiful.
Got
That's
the
a
mob
province.
shot.
Dino Bravo.
On the ramp.
Dino Bravo.
Yeah, he just has to dye his hair blonde, beach blonde.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like him.
All he does
This
is
isn't
the-
bad
karate.
chops
This isn't wrestling. This
The
is karate.
tomahawk. Yeah.
and a tomahawk chop.
Short scalp for his
Felt
belt.
that one here.
Felt that one hit.
It's in a striped circus tent.
Knee drop.
Knee to the spine.
That's some good selling.
Highly illegal.
Barrett getting battered.
He's in big trouble.
The Barrett barrage.
Oh yes, the chief is delivering big whap-on here.
Oh no, we got it wrong.
Is it backwards?
Yeah, Bone Crusher Barrett
Is in yellow?
all yellow, but he has an eagle on his foot.
Oh, you don't need
And then
smart
Screaming
circles.
Eagle is the
Ow.
Tatanka Indian
Yeah,
guy
the
who's
film.
doing the dance. That's why
That
his name is
makes
Screaming
more
Eagle.
Wow,
sense.
illegal use
There
of
we
the
go.
ropes.
There we go.
But why would Barrett have an eagle on
And as
him?
you were going to say,
Hold on,
Stuart,
let's listen to this
The
ref.
referee's not happy.
The Indian didn't see the smoke.
The
signal
ref
for
is
that
so
one.
British. All right, he's choking. Yeah, you're
Screaming
right.
Eagle in trouble.
He's choking Screaming Eagle in the ropes. How is that not a disqualification?
Public warning.
1 point.
It's point based.
Oh my god, it's
John
point
Harris.
based. My girlfriend was
It's
right.
point
Delivers the
based.
first public warning.
Do you think
The
people?
ref just took off a
Oh, I
point.
missed that one.
Do you think the
Goes for a leg
people
guillotine
in
and
this
catches
tent
the
are
cold.
keeping track of the points?
What's the score up to?
That is Screaming Eagle. He's doing the Tatanka. All right, that makes more sense.
Oh,
He's
and
got
these chops
tassels.
are
Look, chops
Tomahawk, tomahawk.
into the ropes.
Bang.
Another chop.
Oh.
Body slam.
First body
Joe,
slam of the match.
Pat
4 minutes in.
Barrett needs John Wayne here. Ow!
Splash into the
He
knees.
goes for a splash. Barrett raised his knees.
Oh, sleeper
and
hold.
put his whole
Style
body weight
headlock.
on Barrett's knees.
But Screaming Eagle can reach his foot on the ropes very easily.
Super.
The sleeper was going on.
He almost lost another point.
John Harris saying break the hold. Knows this
Break
is
the
illegal.
hold? Why would he break the hold?
Barrett knows this and still does it.
What was that?
Flaunts the rules.
Did you note? So the ref in this match
Whoa.
didn't count like by slapping the mat. He just kneeled by the shoulders and
This-
counted.
Has to be the carniest match I've ever seen in my life.
And he's still going. Barrett after. Cut it out.
So hold on a second.
Wow.
Okay, so
Recap that,
okay,
please.
what happened here?
The rules.
Okay, yeah. Fucking this jank in the yellow Barrett
Yeah.
does basically he jumps in the air and slams his body. What is that? A fucking splash?
It like
He
half
does a
splash.
splash,
Yeah.
half splash on the Screaming Eagle, and the ref doesn't go down to hit the mat like a typical ref, like 1, 2, 3. He just kneels down on his knees, sticks out his hand, and goes 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just
counts
kind of
to
staring
3.
at the shoulders.
That is the carniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Nothing that the audience can count along with because they can't see this guy's arm raised and slapping a mat. Just super polite.
But hold on a second.
Counting 1, 2, 3. But where did the points come into play?
But we exactly. So did he still win the match even though he lost a point?
It must be like you lose 5, you're disqualified. It's got to be like, what is amateur wrestling rules? It's point based, but it's like whoever has the highest wins or you get a pin.
Amateur wrestling doesn't have
They have points.
fucking ropes where you choke the other guy.
Not yet, they don't.
Imagine it was like that though in the Olympics where it was like Kazakhstan versus United States, and the Kazakhstan guys just choking the shit out of the American. through
You
the
know, in their
ropes.
training camp, all they would be doing is rope chokes.
Rope chokes. That's it. Everybody's rope choking each other.
I think that's the best match I've ever seen on the Jobber Match of the Week. In terms of how carny it was, the ring was maybe 8 feet by 8 feet, 1.5 feet off the ground.
In a tent.
In a tent, the ropes were loose.
That was so bad.
Yeah,
Oh.
it kind of
You
had.
guys have to
commentary.
watch it. Please go into the description of this podcast, and you'll see the link in there. watch this fucking match.
It's 4.5
listen
minutes
to this
of your
podcast
life.
again while you're watching it, and you'll understand what we're talking about. It's insane.
All right, let's follow it up with something a little bit better.
Bologna fudge and mustard!
Jobber promo of the week.
Yeah, forgot to tell everybody what it was.
My so-called brother here, he's got donkey donuts for brains.
Who do we have?
Roman, I hit the crystal meth reigns.
Who's the big jank that's gonna make us laugh this week?
So it's gonna make us laugh because it's cheesy, but it's Too Cold Scorpio.
Oh shit, I like Too Cold.
Yeah, Too Cold is very likable. He's still wrestling, and he's in Ottawa all the time.
Oh my god.
But he's wrestled everywhere. WCW, ECW, WWF, New Japan. He has wrestled everywhere. High flyer
I
style.
hate when I hear shit like that.
Yeah, he's still going. He's still going, but apparently he still looks good and works well. And he was
As long as he can pull off that 450 splash or 540.
Yeah,
It's a 540 or 450?
I think 450. But he was on
Yeah.
someone's podcast, and he's really likable too.
Yeah, no, he's a dope guy. I've seen some of his interviews. I've
Yeah.
seen some of his shoot interviews. I like him.
But this promo comes from WCW early 90s, so you know it's going to be cheesy.
Man.
He's black. I'm sure they're going to make him dance. I haven't seen it. Let's do
What's
it.
his name?
Too,
What was his name?
Here, it's always been Too Cold Scorpio, except in WWF where they changed everyone's name, where he was Flash Funk. Remember, he had a fedora?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I loved it.
Yeah. Here we go.
He's a pimp.
Buckle up your seatbelt for a ride on Air Scorpio. Next stop, new blood on the block.
Yeah. Early 90s. Basketball. He's black.
Oh, this is to show he's from the ghetto?
Yeah.
That's cold, man. Shoot the ball. Man, I thought I could make it, but my hand too cold. Man, you can't make it. They're gonna be late for school. Man, I can make it. Give me this ball.
This is like the Mighty Ducks.
Oh.
Oh my God.
What?
So it's a bunch of kids trying to play basketball outside, but it's cold. The ball bounces and goes in a limo, and who gets it and comes out of the limo?
Too Cold Scorpio.
You can-
While there was a woman
Yeah,
walking
he's
with
got
the two
his-
kids singing.
He's got his honeys in the car. And he just
And
dunked,
he just dunked on a little kid.
dunked on a 2-foot-tall kid.
Too cold. Too cold.
Ain't you kids supposed to be in school?
Nah, man, we going to the game room.
What do you mean to the arcade? You guys need to be in school trying to get an education. Tell you what, I'll take you guys to school.
Are we going to ride in limousine?
Nuh-uh.
We're going.
We're going flat.
We're going to step.
Oh my god.
There he goes. He's dancing
He's dancing.
with his fly
dancers.
girls. Yeah. Of course, black guy, make him dance.
And now it turned into a Too Cold Scorpio music video and
Yeah.
highlight reel of him just dancing in the ring. And oh shit.
All the little kids are doing the Too Cold dance.
Oh, this is so good.
This is perfect 90s video. There's his 450 splash, drop kick.
Beautiful frog splash.
Yeah. Oh, that was nice.
Beauty.
Look at them step
Too
to school.
Yo, Too Cold was fucking too cold,
was
man.
dope,
He was
man.
dope.
Who else gets their name screamed like that? If I ever meet him, I will definitely play him the song.
Yeah. Great fucking song.
Nice highlight reel.
It's like the same match.
It's the same. It's the same match.
The highlight reel is literally the same match.
They don't put anybody over like
He
this
literally
anymore.
just danced all the way to school with all the kids.
Yeah, they just step to school with the
Not a
kids.
boy Too Cold.
I like you, Too Cold. That was a good.
Yeah.
That was a good
That was
promo.
cold. That was cold.
That was ice cold.
Fuck, that was awesome.
All right, man.
I can't wait till tomorrow.
I know tomorrow night can't come soon enough.
Tomorrow, I mean, most people are going to be listening tomorrow, which is today if you're listening.
You just blew my mind.
We're talking about Wednesday, you fucks. Wednesday.
Tomorrow's gonna
Okay?
be today.
Exactly. So
Confucius saying.
when you're listening today, you're going to watch NXT later on
What
tonight.
if they watch Thursday,
and
man?
Honestly, listen, if it's a good show, which I'm obviously it's going to be, we should probably just fucking do a little
We gotta do
podcast
another one
about
this
it.
week.
Huh?
We gotta do another one this week. There's too much wrestling.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do another one after NXT because it's going to be awesome.
NXT and the cruiserweight. Round one of the
Exactly.
cruiserweight. Yeah. Because next week we're going to have a fucking brand split. Next week, even Tuesday night, is going to be live SmackDown. The first live SmackDown. So we got to record next Wednesday.
So it begins. Our lives are over.
And then you're going to have a pay-per-view every 2 weeks.
Oh, Jesus.
We should just hit record just nonstop.
And then your wife's going to leave you. My girlfriend's going to leave me.
So we'll have more time.
I'm going to gain like fucking 200 pounds and eat cheesies all day.
Get trolled by Eric
Bischoff. And I'll be the biggest. Yeah. And then you know what I'm going to do for fun? Collect WWE t-shirts.
I got the action figures.
Oh, my God. We're going to turn into Janks.
I like it.
I like it.
Or as Macho Man used to say.
What it is what it is.
Well, let's sign off on the Macho one.
All right, man.
Before we go, make sure, again, follow us, you fuck. I don't know how else to tell you. Just go on SoundCloud, go on iTunes. It's a different podcast. Have fun with us. Message us. You want to be on the show? Hit us up. Even if you don't watch wrestling, watch an episode with us and then come on and talk about it. Just please don't try to be serious. Oh shit, I think my building is burning down.
Oh man, I thought that came on during the...
No, that's my building where I'm recording this podcast.
I thought that was during the Carney match. I'm like, they had a fire alarm go off during the match.
No, so I'm going to sign off.
All right.
If I don't burn down, I'll catch you fucks later this week.
Otherwise, rest in peace.
Exactly. And watch NXT today.
And you'll come back as Kane. All right.
Yeah. Podcast Kane.
Podcast Kane.
Peace.
Listen up! There's been a lot of sports writers and sports centers flapping their yaps about us getting soft. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga! This fat son of a bitch, he challenged all of us, has been world champion before, and he's been this 15, 20 years. This fat son of a bitch is gonna call us all out!